Well, hey guys, we should have been in Belgium, of course, last weekend at Spa-Francorchamps, a fantastic circuit. We were looking forward to going to a new track at the Nürburgring in December, but unfortunately COVID has got in the way and the 2020 World Rallycross season has had to come to a bit of a premature end. It was short, it was sharp, it was certainly action-packed, and I'm delighted to be joined by the team's champions, KYB Team JC. Up in Sweden, we've got Joel Christoffersson and Robin Larsson. Hey guys.
Hey. Hi.
And at home, we've got Mattias Ekström.
Hello, Andrew.
Hey, Mattias. So good to see you guys. Congratulations, first of all, on becoming the team champions. Joel, I think it's only fair that we speak to you, first of all, as the team boss. And behind you there, I think you've got the silverware.
Yeah, we got it today. So, yeah, we have already put it in the shelf. So, we are already here and celebrating. So, yeah, fantastic dream coming through. A bit sad we couldn't do it together with the team in Nürburgring and have a good fight to the end. But for sure, it's a big relief when you get the message that you're the world champion. And I would say I've been working for this hard many years and have a fantastic year last year and win the European champion with Robin, and going together and do this with Mattias and Robin this year and KYB and winning the world champion now, getting Ghostbusters, and now say, yeah, it's a fantastic feeling. Really, really happy.
You are the world champion, mate. You know, you're entitled to get goosebumps. World champion. It's a fantastic achievement. It's your team. I know with the assistance of Mattias and everything in terms of the cars, but you're such a young team manager to have won this. I mean, I'm guessing you're probably the youngest team manager to have won the World Rallycross Championship.
Yeah, maybe it's worth to check that out. But I mean, it was a big mess. I mean, with the Corona and everything this year, and getting it together, we have a really good setup before the season with Giannis and Robin, and then some economic crisis and with the budget problems. So we could get Mattias into the team and do the whole season, and Mattias wasn't the plan, and now we are here and we have won the champions. Yeah, I'm so glad, and I'm so happy that Robin have performed very well this year, and I think he have high his level very much. So the team, mechanics, and they have done a brilliant job, and I'm so happy to be here today.
Fantastic. Congratulations to you. Now, Robin, of course, you won the European Championship, as you all said, last year with the team. How's it been this year, being back in the World Championship? To me, you've looked really, really comfortable in this setup. What's it been like at KYB Team JC?
It's always been the dream to drive a really good car in full World RX Championship. So that was the goal I was chasing all my career. So to do it alongside Joel and especially Mattias when he jumped in and did a few races, then it was the whole season. So it's been very special, and I learned a lot. And yeah, the season has been ups and downs, but it's I remember the highs very much and what I learned from Mattias and everything. But I'm really happy for Joel that he could be a world champion.
He's quite a tough team member, isn't he? Teammate, I suppose, Mattias Ekström. Having won both the Drivers' Championship from your point of view, Robin, and obviously the Teams' Championship from your point of view, Joel. What's it like having Mattias in the team, but not in his role? And we will talk to Mattias in a minute. Not in his role as team manager, team owner. You know, you were running the team, and Robin, you're at equal standing with him as a teammate. What was it like to work with him?
I mean, to learn from him and from his experience. He's been racing for like more than 20 years now, so you learn a lot of the track and on the track, and how to approach everything, and how to come to the races more prepared than I did the last year. So come prepared to this rallycross circuits and everything. So it's been difficult, but to learn so much new this late in the career, it's amazing. So a big thanks to both Joel and Mattias that we could pull this off.
And Joel, from your point of view, working as boss to Mattias Ekström.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working with a lot of different drivers, but I would say it's the special thing with Mattias is that he is the knowledge he have about the technical thing, the driving side, and everything about the team, from how the dishwasher works in the kitchen to the trailers and everything, and all the details he put into everything. He learned me a lot, and I'm trying to achieve as much as he have done. What the style he have put up in rallycross have all been a dream to follow. So he have taught me a lot in everything, and hopefully I can give him some help sometimes, but mostly for sure he have been a big help. And I mean, he is both engineer and driver, so it's quite easy to work with him. I think we put the most work with Robin, and then Mattias have been himself on the side of the table, but of course we work as a team. But yeah, fantastic man to work with, so I'm very happy, and I think this is the only time I will have Mattias as a full-time driver in the team, but I'm very happy that we have done that.
Well, I guess we better speak to the man himself, Mattias Ekström, as well. So, Mattias, congratulations. This is the second team's title, of course, that you've been involved with, having won it yourself with your own team. How are you feeling with the season? Unfortunately ended, but with a brilliant job by your teammate Robin and Joel running the cars.
Yeah, for sure. It's always nice to win the biggest trophy, and everybody are in it to try and win it for sure. But yeah, I mean, I was very optimistic starting the season, because I was pretty convinced that Robin would be able to do a good job. And already on the Rally X event he did as the warm-up for the season, you could see that he have made a big step in his driving, but also that the car would suit him. So when he went there and was doing such a good performance, already watching that, I was having high hopes that he would do well. And then once it was decided later that I would also join in, and I was also pretty happy, because I knew we would have a strong team. And I think after the first weekend in Höljes, I thought we could, have two cars in the top 3 in the standings. I mean, then everybody knows how tight it can be, and the small differences make the difference. And after Finland, we were struggling some technical issues and didn't have the cleanest of weekends. We lost a little, but anyway, the other two might say that they only learned from me, but I definitely learned from them as well, especially from Robin when he put his beast mode on and do everything to see where the upper limit is of the car performance. I'm always surprised that he can manage the corners in somehow in the style he does, but that also makes me needing to push more. And it's always nice to see someone trying so hard like he do. And also with Joel, to wake up every day coming with his shorts, even if it's cold outside, full of energy, for sure it's also something which is nice. And this year I said it to a couple of friends, it's a very big difference to join a team as a factory driver where everything has to be perfect, versus this year come in late and have it more as a hobby project, I would call it, because it haven't been my bread and butter. And thanks to Cupra, I could also do those races, because that wasn't really planned. And to go and enjoy the purest form of racing with the greatest cars have been nice. And strangely, you might not agree, but on one side, for me, it was quite nice and calm weekends. I think now I've done 4 without spectators, and yes, it is awkward, but I also enjoyed the peace and quietness that we had for some time. But also now, after 3-4 races, I really missed the spectators, the fans, the cheering, the autograph sessions. But for a couple of races, I thought that was awkward, but also in a way a nice experience. So for me, I had a total 4 great weekends. So in the end, season cut short. I can only say that Corona and the situation, we can't really change. So I have to live with it, but then happy days.
It was strange. I know what you mean without the fans there. Moving around the paddock, I guess you guys had more downtime than you would normally have, and particularly for you not running the team in the same way as you normally were. But, you know, it might have been a bit more downtime off track, but on track, it was absolutely intense. And the 2 great wins that you had were properly hard fought. And I particularly, I mean, I loved the race in Sweden. I just thought it was epic. It's possibly my favourite final of the year. And then Latvia, to see you and Robin pull off in the morning without even one practice lap, I was like, I know what's going on here. It was brilliant. That tactically, and to see the fights and the level to which you guys had to go to take the fight to Johan as well. It was great. It struck me that you really enjoyed those fights, Mattias. I know you love to race, and I think Johan enjoyed having the fight taken to him as well.
Yeah, I think our best days, especially in Höljes, I felt we had a really competitive car. So there I felt we were on pace. Even Finland, I felt we were pretty okay. Riga as well, I think we were better on the Sunday than on the Saturday. Because I think the sweet spot on our cars is, we have seen it many times. If we really nail it spot on, you can gain a couple of hundreds and tens to be closer. And once you're so close on lap time pace, we rely a lot on the start performance. So, to have all those bits and pieces together makes a lot of fun. And then also to see, that everybody else has to raise their game in the paddock as well to try and go and get the trophy. And I mean, last year it was a little bit of an awkward year in rallycross as well, when everybody quitted after 18, and then being back again in 19 and bringing up such a good show. I think it also shows the performance of rallycross in general.
It's a brilliant sport, isn't it, Mattias? I know you're off to a different championship next year for a fully electric experience. The future of rallycross is, I think it's a wonderful sport. I think it's got a very strong future, but probably that future does need to be electric, doesn't it? I think the fans are maybe a little bit nervous about that. What can you say when you're such a passionate fan of rallycross about the future for the sport?
I think there's two things which is crucial. One thing is for sure that IMG is not going to be the promoter anymore. So I also want to mention a few words and say thanks to IMG and all the guys who have spent a lot of efforts over the years to promote rallycross. In the end now, I think it's an early end to the commitment. But on the other side, I also look forward for the new promoter, because any sport these days need a very strong promoter to get really good reach in terms of TV audience. Also when it comes to social media and what strategies you run there, and also to run your own OTT platforms, to try and have an app and try and really spread and to be a good multiplicator of the sport that we do. And I think the events we have there, many of them are great, no discussion about this, but then also to come to new venues, I think that is also something rallycross would need. And when you speak about electric, I mean, I'll be honest, I think everybody in the automotive industry will have to get used to that electric cars will be a part of the future. And I think anyone who would ignore that will make a mistake. So I've always said I want to be involved in the development of electric cars, but I still also believe there will always be one part for classic combustion engines, where if it's historical cars or certain countries, it will not be so easy to use electric cars. So yes, I do believe we need a future with electric, but certainly one also that is not excluded from typical ICE engines.
Thanks, Mattias. We're going to head back to Sweden with Joel and Robin. Joel, what's your thoughts on the future? Obviously, we've got next year with internal combustion engines. Are we going to see you guys back? I mean, I don't know. Will you allow Mattias to come and compete with you again? Will he be able to? Is Robin sticking around? What can you tell us about the plans for JC next year?
I mean, we have just got finished the season, so for sure we have already started to think about it. Yeah, we will certainly be there next year. We will do everything we can to get as many cars we can in both Euro and World. But as Mattias said, it's very important. We need to have electric. That's how it is. Maybe I'm not so happy about it, or not so happy about it yet, but for sure that's the way we need to go. And hopefully I will also thank EMG for all the good job they have done. But looking forward to see what the new promoter coming up with. Maybe we see some new different ideas and how we can make the sport even better. I think the platform is the best thing in the world, so hopefully we can make it even better, and hopefully we can give the spectators a good show next year on site.
And Robin, for you, I mean, obviously a great performance from you this year. You said you've learnt so much from Mattias. Is that going to take you to another level next year? What's your target for next year? Because I feel like you're ready to fight for this championship.
Yeah, we will see. As Joel said, the season is just finished, but for sure we had some highs and lows, but to come more ready for another season, it would be great, because you learned so much this year, and to take everything that you learned and come more prepared for next season, I think is very important. And yeah, with the new promoter and everything, we will see what we're gonna work against.
Okay, and then so one last question then for Mattias. Mattias, next year, I mean, is there a chance we can see you back in Rallycross? Or obviously you're committed to Cooper and your program with them. Is there any chance we can see you do some Rallycross events next year? Have you got any ideas? It's a little way off, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, for the moment, actually preparing and doing some Extreme E testing actually yesterday and preparing all this. So for the moment, my priority is to go and be very competitive there. And the likeliness of me doing Rallycross is probably as big as 1 year ago. So 1 year ago, I said, I won't do it. And then I ended up doing it. So I would probably say the same again. There's no plans, and there's not very likely, but you never know. As you've seen, on track or off track, things can turn and change fast. So I definitely think I can say that, yes, it's definitely not planned, but you never know when you see me, Andrew.
Great, Mattias. Well, you'd be welcome back anytime. Thank you for some fantastic fights. We'll wish Mattias goodbye. I know he's got stuff to do. Thank you, mate.
Cheers.
So Mattias Ekström signing off, and Joel and Robin up in Sweden there. Joel, at the end of a brilliant season. You know, only you, Mattias, and Robin here right now, but I know you've got a bunch of guys in your team, and I'm guessing you've got a few thank yous to say.
Yeah, of course. First of all, big thank you to all the sponsors, partners that have been with us this year, and they still no one left when the Corona come, and everybody stayed and was with us. So big thanks in these difficult times, and I would say big thanks to all the team. They have done a really hard work this year. We have been a very small team due to all the restrictions and everything, and I think we have been the team that have been work the latest every Saturday night, because we always want to change and make something new for Sunday. So big thanks to mechanics, engineers, chef, Robin, sponsors. I'm so thankful that you have been on this first goal together with me, and I'm really looking forward that they're going with me next year, and we maybe can do something the same again.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much, Joel Christoffersson, Robin Larsson up in Sweden. Congratulations, 2020 FIA World Rallycross Teams Champions.
Thanks.
Cheers, guys. Take care. Have a great seasonal period. We'll see you in 2021.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.